Hi, my loves. A love reading for you guys today. YouTube love reading. I've not done one in a while on here. So I wanted to jump on here and offer you guys a reading. Right, my lovely. So I'm actually looking at those of you who share a connection with someone, but there is separation between the both of you. So you two are not in contact. You're no longer in a relationship with one another. So there has been an ending that has taken place between the both of you. So, my loves, I've looked at what's happening with your person. You know, what are they thinking about? Where are they at when it comes to this connection and there even being a possible reconciliation? I've looked at what you can expect from this connection, so the union energy. And I've also pulled messages, which for me are the most important part of this reading, messages for you, what you need to focus on, what you're being guided to pay attention to as well. Right, my lovely. The first thing that is coming through is actually around your person being on a crossroad. So you've got choices and you've got memories come up. Your person, when it comes to this connection and what's happening with it, where is it going, what do they actually want from it? They're at a crossroads. They've not made a decision yet, but they do feel pulled towards two different directions. One of those directions is towards you. And I feel like they're feeling very confused. And I also feel a little bit anxious, if I'm honest with you, around what path to walk, what choice to make, if to actually take action back towards you. Memories of you and the time you've spent together, the conversations you've had, the things that you've done. This is something they can't switch off from. And I don't feel they're sitting there and they're kind of sitting there intentionally kind of having that intention of thinking about you. I feel like it's something that they actually have no control over. No matter what they do, they can't switch off from their thoughts and their memories about you and the relationship that you've shared. So their thoughts are floating quite often towards the past. And when they are having these thoughts, I feel like a lot of triggers are rising in them. I am hearing that when these triggers are rising, they are sitting there and questioning, have I made a mistake? So I don't feel they're at this point where they are, they're thinking, yes, I've made a mistake, but I feel like that question is rising up in them. Have I actually made a mistake here? Did I make the right decision to end this relationship, to walk away from it, to pursue someone or something else? So these thoughts that they have no control over, the purpose they seem to be serving is that your person actually starting to open up and reflect on the choices they've actually made in the past, especially when it comes to this relationship, and them gaining their own clarity around what they actually want to do. So they're in this very confusing place at the moment. You're very much in their thoughts, but they're in a place at the moment where they are quite confused and they don't know what decision to make. Now, when we get to the union energy, my lovelies, what seems to be happening, so from your person being in this place where they're feeling quite conflicted, thinking about you quite a lot, but don't actually know what to do about this and haven't made a decision, they do seem to be moving to a place where there is a reconciliation coming in. So you've got hello and you've got let's do this again. So there is communication that is first entering from your person. They're going to be contacting you. I feel like I'm being shown scrambled eggs. So what that is representing is they're coming in with contact, but I feel like they're going to be a bit all over the place. And I even feel like the communication is going to be a bit all over the place. It might seem a bit confusing to you because I'm kind of getting this sense of your person making contact with you. There's some kind of, and I do feel it's via, messaging you. Could be email, social media, text message, but I'm being shown on a phone. So a text message coming through. But I feel like you're going to be a little bit kind of, it's like they're not going to jump straight into or be fully transparent about why this contact is coming in. So for example, the way I'm picking this up is they make contact with you and they're like, hey, how you doing? Opening up those lines of communication with you, but not going straight into letting you know, okay, this is the reason I've contacted you. And I feel like you're going to be there wondering, why is this communication coming? What is it they actually want? And I feel like it's going to take a little while, if I'm honest, before they actually open up. I'm hearing a couple of weeks, so there might be some communication between the both of you back and forth where they're not actually letting you know that the reason they're contacting you, so let's do this again, is they actually have made that decision, and what they are wanting to do is have another opportunity to move forward and pursue this relationship with you. So by this point, they do actually reach this place where those triggers where they're questioning, have they made a mistake? They seem to have realized they have made a mistake, and I am getting through. They then start to feel a lot of deep regret about walking away or ending this relationship. I feel like that they move forward feeling like this was a connection that either wasn't serving them, or there was maybe something else out there that they needed to focus on, or it wasn't a connection that was for them or right for them. And I feel like they have walked away, and as they've walked away and they've now been thinking about the past and reflecting, they've realized that actually that connection did serve them. And I'm actually hearing that what they seem to be realizing is that feeling or thoughts that they had that this relationship wasn't for them was actually them realizing that this was all their own inner blocks, fears, ego speaking. So this was never about them not having feelings or them not, this relationship not being right for them. This was all about what they have been holding back on, what's been blocking them actually I'm hearing feeling quite anxious about some form of long-term commitment where a deeper relationship will be developing between the both of you. So there seems to be something where they've panicked by that as well and run from it, but I feel like they've realized all of this when they've been triggered. So these thoughts and these triggers, so they themselves are going through quite huge realizations around their own inner blocks and the kind of mistakes they've made because of that, and the changes they want to make or try and repair any kind of mistakes that they've made in the past. So they're coming in, they're wanting another opportunity with you. They are wanting to pursue this connection with you romantically. I don't feel they kind of say it to you straight away. I'm actually being told that you guys are sitting there and in your mind you're thinking, oh my God, just spit it out, as in just say it, just say what you want from this. So I feel like there is going to be some frustration in you around what does this person actually want. I don't see you pulling back from the contact. I don't see you kind of ignoring it. I actually see you engaging in it, and I feel like that's because you have a hope that it's because this is them coming in for a reconciliation, and you're trying to be patient with that flow. But I do pick up some frustration in you because I feel like you're getting agitated around just your person being transparent, and they do that. I don't feel you have a big weight kind of since a couple of weeks, but they do end up opening up to you and letting you know, speaking their truth and letting you know that they do actually want to have another chance with you. Now, my lovelies, when it comes to you guys, so this is where you're at the moment, but this is also something you should continue to focus on. So if you're being guided to focus on this right now, it doesn't mean it stops when there is a shift in your love life, or when there is a reconciliation, or where you've reached a certain point where you've achieved a successful outcome. Your journey to self should always be ongoing. So the first thing that you are actually being guided to do is connect more with your intuition, connect more with your spiritual path as well. I feel like, firstly, there's a lot of protection around you. There's a lot, your guides are very much around you, protecting you, and they're trying to guide you. And I feel like you're being guided to connect more with that path, because the more you connect with it, I feel like the more you're going to hear and you're going to understand what path you are being guided to go down that is going to be for your highest good. And the way you're going to understand and know this is you're either going to, I'm hearing dream state, so there might be things that appear in your dream, there might be signs that appear in front of you quite effortlessly when you are seeking some kind of clarity or direction towards something in your life, something that's challenging or something that is exciting, but you are not sure what decision to make. I feel like the more you connect with that side of yourself, with your spiritual path, and so with your guides and your intuition as well, you are going to start receiving and seeing those signs and that guidance quite easily and quite quickly as well. I feel like you're going to be very kind of aware of what guidance or you're receiving around next steps or what your intuition is telling you. The other thing you are being guided to just open up to um, kind of realizing and understanding is you share a relationship, a connection with somebody which is very sacred. So the sacred love card came out. So you're experiencing this connection that feels so big and so great and so deep. And it's a connection where what you probably desire from this is the both of you and that sacred love that you connect, it merges together, and it merges together towards union. And you're being reminded that when you are connecting with someone where you share such a profound connection with them, that connection is always going to guide you to merge towards yourself first. That connection hasn't entered your life for it to just be about union. That connection has entered your life because the both of you are trying to help one another come into union with yourselves. So they want you to be aware that when you share such a connection with someone, it's not just about what that destination is when it comes to the both of you. It's also about what that destination is when it comes to yourself and the relationship you have with yourself. And the more you can start to understand that this is part of the reason I've connected with this person, the more I feel you're going to open up to understanding and embracing and committing to that journey of you really coming into union, that sacred love with yourself, for yourself. And I feel like when you are kind of focused on one part of what that journey requires, if you like, you then can become stuck or feel like there's a lot of obstacles in the place, or even confused around what you're experiencing in that journey. And it's because you're not actually seeing the big picture. And the big picture of a connection such as this is not just about that part. It's also about this huge part, which is about you going through your own spiritual growth, your healing, really understanding the relationship you have with yourself, recognizing when you understand that, what parts of that relationship that you have with yourself is actually a relationship that is negative or unhelpful or unhealthy. And so what do I need to work on to strengthen and develop a healthier relationship? And I feel like the guides are really stressing this today, because I feel there's a lot who, are only kind of seeing this relationship from one lens. This connection, and that lens is, what is this person going to offer? And actually there's a completely different or separate side to this, and that is, what are you actually offering yourself? Okay, and then self-care came out after that. So you are being guided to make sure you nurture yourself. The love that you freely give to other people, and the love that you so openly and freely offer to your connection, be it you're in contact or not, they want you to start offering it to yourself. Now, just think about it this way: the amount of energy and love that you feel, and that focus you're putting on someone else. Imagine if you put that on yourself, how much shifts would come in you, how much you would actually have that strength to work through things that feel quite difficult as well, because you are literally throwing buckets of love and focus towards you. And because of that, there is so much growth and so much healing that will actually come from that as well. So my lovelies, I do love the messages that have come out for you. I'm not going to lie, it is my favorite part of the reading. But your person is currently on a crossroads, not made a decision, thinking about you quite a lot. Thoughts are very triggering. It's triggering them to think and question whether they've made a mistake. But it's leading to a place where there's communication coming in. That communication is leading to them asking you, can we have another chance together? And my lovelies, you are being guided to connect more with yourself, your path, your own love, that sacred love that you desire. Connect with that sacred love you have with yourself, and make sure you continue to nurture yourself as well. Right, my beautiful souls, thank you for listening to me and this reading. Let me know in the comments if it does resonate. If it doesn't, my lovelies, that's fine. It just means this message today wasn't for you. And if you found me on YouTube and you've enjoyed this reading, subscribe so you can be notified when I post future readings as well.